Welcome back to the channel, Say What's Real TV. This review is for Raising Kanan, Season 2, Episode 7, No Love Lost. So we open up the episode with Juke. She's visiting Nicole's grave. We also see Nicole's father coming up to the gravesite as well. Juke looks around for Linda, the mom, because she's scared. You know, Linda is crazy and just crazy. He assures her that Linda is not coming there and the two of them are going to get a divorce. So then him and Juke, they share a moment and how much they miss Nicole. She gives him a napkin for his tears. He breaks down. He tells Juke that he knows that Nicole loved her a lot and he's glad that she was there to make his daughter happy, and that's all he could ever ask for as a parent. He says that, I know that Nicole cared for you, so I care for you as well. And if there's anything you ever need, you know where to find me. And Juke was very, very appreciative of him saying that to her. So as he's walking off, because he's going to leave her there to be alone with Nicole, because like he told her, he's there on a daily, so he'll give her time to herself. But before he leaves, he asked her about the videotape that she made with Nicole, with them two singing in the room. And Juke lied and said she didn't know where the tape was. So we head over to the studio where Lou is having sex with Ziza up against the wall. For some reason, he can't keep his mind focused because he's worried about what the hell they're playing on the radio, waiting for one of his tracks to drop. He can't keep it up, so they're trying. So anyway, they get interrupted with doing that foolishness by two Jamaicans that come barging in looking for Crown. Luke keeps saying, "Who the fuck are you?" They like, "We're looking for Crown. We are representing Linton Manley. Crown borrowed $50,000 for him and put this studio up for collateral. And if we don't get our money, this will be Linton Manley's studios." So basically told Lou, if we can't get Crown and get the money, then we're going to get the money from your ass. So after hearing all of that, we got Ziza telling Lou, let's go finish fucking. And Lou looking at her like, I mean, girl, you just didn't hear what these dudes was just saying? Or you wasn't bothered? Did you set the shit up? Did you and Cartier set that bullshit up? Because that was mighty strange to me. That you want to fuck that bad. Girl, something fishy about that. So we get this quick scene with Kanan being a kid playing video games in his room. So then he looks at his book bag and remembers he has shit in the book bag. So he opens the bag. We see the gun that Palomar gave him. And then we also see the envelope that Howard gave him. But we don't know if he read what was in the envelope. He just looked at it and put it back in the bag. We really would like to know what it said. I don't know why we're dragging that on and on. Like, is it the DNA results? Or is it a long letter maybe that the mother gave Howard back in the day? Can we find out what the hell in the letter, please? We head over to the pizza place where we have Marvin meeting up with Marco. Marvin lets Marco know that he may have a job for him because he has a rat problem. And he'll pay him $5,000 for the job. We know the rat is Tony. He basically tells him he can't do it because, you know, he might stick out like a sore thumb if he try to go anywhere near that area, that side of town. So Marco basically told him he'll think about it and he'll get back with him. We see Rock, she's having dinner with Cartier in this little fancy restaurant. He's going on and on about caviar and trying to make it seem like he just lived the big high-class life and he just so bougie and classy with it and been around the world and like he just know all the just bragging on the, just low-key bragging like he just all of that in a bag of chips, like, So then we are introduced to Tremont Stinson. He is one of Cartier's associates. So Cartier asked him, was he tracking him? And he's like, what are you talking about? He's like, I thought we were supposed to be meeting up later. Tremont basically is like, I didn't come here for you. This my spot. You know this my spot. He was like, I put you down on this shit. Like, I put you on game of coming here. Like, nigga, you learned this from me. And Cartier is trying to make himself look all like he's the big wig, like he the only one that know about class and, you know, high price stuff and bougie shit. He just that type. He just want to make Rock look like I know this and I know that. And Tremont, like, he want to talk about where he met the dude at, and when he met him he was busting up crabs and all that, and the dude looking like, what you had to say all that for in front of Rock, you know. So he like, we meeting up at the Hilton? He like, no, I have a suite at the Pierre. You with Abraham? Like, no, I'm not with Abraham because Abraham is cheap. So Cartier just wants to make everybody beneath him on the bottom of the shoe type shit. He want to be the top dog on the top level, like I'm so high class and I do this, I do that. And so now he is upset, low-key upset in his feelings because Tremont say he make his own money and he spend it the way he want to spend. Like, nigga, I taught you how to be classy. So I felt like he felt a certain kind of way in front of Rock. Tremont went and sat down minding his own goddamn business. Cartier tells Rock that Tremont runs his distro in Maryland and D.C. and that he owns him and that he can't do shit without him but sell his mama. So Rock tells Cartier, I don't think he agrees with that. And weren't you the one that told me that insubordination leads to insurrection? Or were you just talking, running off at your damn mouth? Because, you know, she want action. Don't talk about it, bitch. Be about it. He looking all crazy in the damn face. And that's when Rock knew she had his ass, because he ain't nothing but a damn big old bully. He ain't worth a hill of damn beans. So I guess Kanan decided he was going to go and take the gun back to Palomar. So when he gets over there, she lets him in. She has a robe on. So she's telling him she's glad he didn't get hurt and all that. And then basically she ends up seducing him, opening up her robe, letting him see her goods in a sense. And Kanan like, for real? Like, she said, I'm a grown woman. He like looking her up and down, staring at her crotch, like, for real? Like, we finna do this thing? And she like, for real? So basically she seduced a minor, because Kanan is a minor. And she's a grown-ass woman, as she stated herself. And not to mention, that is her daughter's quote-unquote boyfriend, I guess. Palomar is basically a trash-ass mom, and I cannot wait for Rock to find out and meet up with her and do something to her ass, because she's trash, complete trash. Then we see Juke. She's in, I guess, a Bible study with Kenya, and the pastor is going over different, I guess, scriptures. Basically, it boiled down to sins, different sexual sins, and really the one that's probably sticking out the most is the same sex, sleeping with the same sex, and Juke is looking like, you know, still fighting what she got going on with her own lifestyle. So we already know that it's going to come to Kenya not approving Juke's lifestyle, which she should have just stayed where she was at with her other family. I don't know why she's trying so hard to be something that makes her uncomfortable, because that's not who she is. She wants to be free. She was free. She was able to be who she was. Love Nicole. Nobody had a problem with her loving Nicole. Well, Marvin did, but I'm sure if Marvin had a chance to do it all over again, it would be totally different. I think he would be a little more accepting of her lifestyle, knowing that he would have a chance with his daughter. But I don't think Kenya is going to be accepting at all, and I think that's going to be the fallout that they have, because Kenya is supposedly heavy into the church, and it's going to be an issue. So we got Lou over there, I guess, at the Baisley Apartments, where they already said that he never goes. He's never there, but he's there today. Marvin goes there to check on everything, and he see ain't shit going on. Nobody's doing nothing. he gets inside. Um, Lou in there collecting up all the money. The money hasn't been counted. Nothing's been done. Nothing's being sold. But he got his ass in there stealing up all the money. Marvin like, what you doing? It needs to be counted. Lou is like, oh, I got it all in my head. So when Bible study is over, we see Juke and Corey. I guess that's the little guy's name, Corey. He's outside asking Juke out on a date to go to the movies or something and ask for her phone number. And I can't really tell if Juke is low-key interested or is she pretending to be interested in front of Kenya, because Kenya is standing behind them, supposed to be talking to the pastor, but she being nosy, trying to see what the hell Juke and Corey doing. So I don't know if Juke really kind of likes Corey a little bit, or is she only doing it to please Kenya? But she does give him her phone number. We see Detective Howard. He's at the precinct. I thought, is he back at work, or what's going on with him that he always at the precinct? Did he go back to work or not? I thought he retired. I can't remember. But he goes back. He's all dressed up in his little suit and stuff. We see Scrap's mom, and Howard sees her, and he asks one of the other officers what's up with her. Like, what is she doing here? And he tells her she's in here every week because she does not believe that her son committed suicide and this and that and the other. And Howard, in the conversation, Howard finds out that Scrap was not the CI. So now he's looking stupid in the face because he went and told the wrong information, which I don't understand why he couldn't have actually found out the correct information before he told Rock in the first place. I guess Marvin went over to Rock's house to tell her about Lou, but she wasn't there. We had Juke in the kitchen. She over there making some Campbell's soup. So they make small talk. At least she's speaking to him a little bit. So Marvin asked her, why didn't she tell him about Kenya? And she was like, well, who told you? He said, it doesn't even matter. She should be able to figure that out. I mean, you already know your aunt told him. But he's like, just saying that Kenya's no good. She left the both of them, and Juke was like, well, you think you're any better than her? And Marvin is like, well, hell, I know I done messed up a whole lot, but I've been here. I've been trying, which is true. And he's just hurt by the fact that I guess Juke is giving all her love and attention to Kenya, and Kenya ain't been there, and he been there the whole time trying, and Juke just giving him her ass to kiss. But we know why Juke is doing that. We already know the strain that was put on the relationship after they had the big fight. But they were already like kind of distanced even before that. But we never really knew why their relationship was the way it was. So it just like the fight kind of woke something up in Marvin to actually do better with Juke. But their relationship was kind of damaged when this show first started in season 1. So, but Marvin is trying. I give him credit for that. So I guess he's just hurt that she's so willing to give all her attention to Kenya right now. And he just tells her basically, Kenya, gonna leave her ass again. So Rock goes over to the Pierre because she knows that's where Tremont said he would stand. So she's sitting in the lobby waiting to catch him coming out. So she sees him and goes up to him. She looks at him and she's like, well, damn, what happened to you? He's like, I hurt myself in the shower. So she looking at him like, I already know the truth. So she says, well, I can make an offer to you for less cash and less of a headache with you dealing with Cartier. Rock saying, I know that headache is real with you right now. So Tremont say, well, who the fuck are you exactly? Like who you think you are stepping to me? So Tremont was like, you got a lot of balls stepping to me. He said, I really only fuck with people that I know, and I don't know you. And Rock is like, well, I know you don't want to fuck with Cartier Farid no more, so I know I'll probably be hearing for you real soon, if you the businessman that you say you are. So we get a scene with Kanan and Symphony. They're chopping it up over some pizza. Symphony basically tells Kanan that he got a job offer in North Carolina, so he will be moving, and he just wanted to let him know. Kanan looks a little bit disappointed, I guess, like the one person he's able to talk to or whatever will now be leaving, but hey, it is what it is. Oh my God, somebody please do something with this lady. Symphony and Kanan come out the pizza parlor, and who's outside? It's goddamn Burke. She must have been following Kanan wherever he was going, because she's just sitting in her car. So when Symphony gets in his car to pull off, she calls in to the station to have his plates ran. Like, girl, oh my God, I cannot with this lady. Like, why are you doing this? Why are you following these people? Why are you so concerned with Symphony, girl? So Rock is one step closer to owning that home that she liked, and the realtor tells her that the seller was ecstatic about the offer, but the homeowners association would like to have more proof of income to make sure that she's able to afford any of the home improvements that's required in that neighborhood. And Rock basically tells her, I own a record studio and a lawnmower, and I'll get them anything they need. So Burke pulls Symphony over, and he gives her license registration. He asks her, what did he do? She says, I don't know yet. You know what? I cannot stand Burke. I cannot stand Burke. Oh my God. I used to feel like that about Sax, but ooh, Burke is like, I just can't. This lady tells him something about a checkpoint way last summer, back when Howard was shot, that he was stopped at. Like, girl, everybody got stopped. Like, what is your point? Oh my God. Oh my God. So they're going back and forth. She's asking him, how do you know Kanan? Do you know his father? He's back and forth like, how do you know him and why are you so interested? Like, girl, Burke, please just leave it alone. You pulled this man over really for no reason. Really for no reason. Trying to use your badge as power over people, and that is just not you. First you did it to the little hooker that Howard was messing with. Now here you are doing it again, trying to gain information that has nothing to do with you. Then we see Juke. She goes to get the VHS tape fixed that has her and Nicole on it, that got broken when Marvin, I guess, broke it or whatever during the fight. And the guy charges her $20, tells her he's going to do this and that to it, and he'll get it fixed for her to come back tomorrow to pick it up. We see Neek over there. He's out in New Jersey. He on the phone with one of his little shorties. Worrell comes in to bring him some cash. Neek telling him he living life lovely over there in New Jersey. He don't know why everybody else sleeping on it. And Worrell over there acting like he's scared or something. Talking about, have you talked to Rock about moving, I guess making plans in some apartments or something? And Neek like, look, Rock not stupid. Why you think she moved your ass out this way? Because she want all her problems in one place. So Rock ain't sleep. She know what time it is. She just buying time before she figure out what's going on. So basically, Neek is over there plotting as well. He already know what time it is with Rock. So he just chilling until it's time to make a move. Neek said he not going down. He not going out like that like he did the last time. So he putting his ducks in a row because he already know, Rock ain't stupid and Worrell need to open his eyes and pay attention. So Marco pulls up driving like a bat out of hell. So Worrell and Neek looking like they about to grab their gat because they think somebody finna come up and try to do a drive-by or a quick little robbery or something. And Neek like, man, you can't be riding up on us like that. You know we gangsta over here. And he gives Marco the cash that Worrell just gave him. And Marco like, my man. So Marco told Marvin, don't say anything to anybody about him doing business with him because it's outside of the family, and he didn't want it to get back to his dad. But then he goes and turn around and asks Neek and Worrell, really talking to Neek, but hell, Worrell standing there listening. he asks him, does he know Marvin? Because Marvin wants to do some business with him, and he wants to know, is Marvin good to pay up on the deal? And Neek is like, yeah, fuck Marvin, but far as I know, he pays what he owes to people. So Neek asks him what the two of them got going on together, and Marco says just a little problem that he has up in me. So I mean, you might as well just told your daddy your damn self. So Burke went back to the precinct and I guess done convinced this cop to share confidential informant information with her. And he tells her that if anybody knows that I'm sharing this, I'm going to lose my job. And I'd be glad when he lose his goddamn job because he dead as wrong, she dead as wrong. And I'm sick of it. We saw that this particular desk clerk was ear hustling, so I hope and pray he goes and tells somebody what was going on up in there. So the cop that is allowing Burke to look at all these confidential records is doing it in exchange for her to talk to one of her friends so he can get one of his nephews off of a shoplifting charge. And Burke is like, yeah, I got you. Like, girl. So Rock has dinner with Juliana and her, I think it's her cousin Joe Quinn, and they're still telling her that Juliana is still having a problem with Rock working with Unique because he did kidnap her or whatever, and she's still in her feelings about that. And Rock is like trying to reassure them that I understand it's not a good feeling. I don't like it either. I don't trust Neek, never have, never will. And she's saying something about New Jersey, and he was like, New Jersey is just small potatoes, it's more headache than what it's worth. She tells him she's trying to expand to Maryland and DC and trying to tell them that it's going to be worth it in the end. And Juliana is like, hell, you don't need Neek to be doing all of that. And she trying to tell Juliana, just chill, it'll all work out in the end. We don't want to jump the gun right now, but it'll work out in the long run. And Joe Quinn is basically saying, just keep us posted with your little expansion. All the while this is going on, we have some guy standing on the side ear hustling. Everybody ear hustling this whole episode. Everybody being nosy. So the ear hustler that was watching Rock and Joe Quinn and Juliana, he goes outside and come to find out he's working with Tremont. His name is Abraham, so I guess that's the guy that Cartier asked Tremont about earlier in the episode. So he's supposed to be spying, trying to get information. So Tremont is like, we need to find out everything there is to know about everyone that was at that table. So I don't know if he wants to do the research before he decides to work with Rock or just want to be nosy like Burke. I don't know. So we see Lou getting out of his Acura. Somebody comes out of nowhere and busts the back tail light out. Lou gets ready to turn around and pull out the gun, but before he can do anything, the group of Jamaicans from the studio earlier come and they start whipping on his ass. And then they say that Linton is sending you the message to let you know that you need to hurry up and get our money quick and in a hurry. So it's finally graduation day in the anger management class and everyone is happy. Marvin chopping it up with Gerald. Renee pulls him to the side because she couldn't wait for this damn day to get here, child. She hands him the number, her phone number, and tells him that she's proud of him and that she would love to hear from him. And he was like, ooh, I love to be heard. I'm here for the two of them. I really do like them two together. I think they'll make a cute couple. So Rock is home trying to do laundry and she gets a knock at the door. When she looks out, she sees that it's Symphony. So it appears that she started getting like all butterflies and sweating and shit. She goes outside, not quite sure why Symphony couldn't come in the house, but they're sitting outside on the front step. And Symphony is telling her that he got this job he couldn't resist and he's moving. Rock seems like she's a little in her feelings about it. So, you couldn't, so you're going to leave. And he's like, yeah, I couldn't say no. She's like, oh, well, you've said no to me plenty of times. And he looking at her like, girl, when have I ever said no to you? And, she just brushed it off and then lies and said, well, I don't know if she was lying, but she was like, well, I want the best for you. And whatever. And he was like, well, I want the same for you. So then he tells her that Bert pulled him over the day before and was asking all kind of questions about Kanan and his dad. So immediately Rock's mood changes. She's like, what did you tell her? He said, I didn't tell her nothing. And she's like, well, your nothing might be a little different than what my nothing is. So what did you say? And Symphony was like, Rock, your secrets are safe with me. Rock is like, I don't have any secrets. So I guess Symphony was like, man, I don't have time to be going through this with your ass. I'm getting ready to leave. Take care, Rock. And he walks off and she's sitting there looking crazy. So I'm not understanding what Rock thought that Symphony could possibly tell Burke, because he doesn't know anything. All he knows is he drove Kanan to Virginia and that was it. You didn't tell him what happened. So I guess because he told you that he was moving, you may think that he made some kind of deal with Burke or something and now he getting out of town. Is that what you thinking? Because he doesn't know anything. He's asked you to open up. You don't tell him. You've never told him a thing. So, Rock crazy. We got Kanan and Palomar. They're in the bed having a conversation about how she looks younger, so much younger than her age. And child, please, girl, just stupid. So her daughter comes in asking her about some milk. So she catches them in the bed together. Kanan jumps up like, oh, wait a minute. It just happened, blah, blah, blah. Palomar's like, no, let her go. She'll be all right, you know. She needs to learn how to hold on to her man type shit. I'm like, girl, what? Then she says this happens to every girl. Like, girl, what universe you living in that this happened to every girl? You's a damn lie. Just crazy. I'd be glad when Rock get a hold of her. That's all I got to say about this scene. Because it's ridiculous. First of all, you have no compassion for your daughter at all. Just none. And then proceeds to get back to sleeping with Kanan while the girl probably in the next room. That is crazy. So then we get Lou. He goes over to see Cartier. And I guess he tells him that Crown is nowhere to be found. So I'm not sure if he actually told him that Crown was gone. But I really believe that Cartier already knows that Crown is dead because of Ziza, whatever her damn name is. He also tells him about Linton Molly. Apparently, Cartier knows about Linton Molly already. I personally think that Ziza and Cartier set this whole shit up as far as the whole Jamaicans coming acting like they need some money so they can Cartier can work his way into getting a hold of that studio. I really believe he set it up. So he's asking all these questions. Are you sure that Crown is not going to come running back and this and that and another? And Lou is like, his dancing days are over and all this bullshit. And he wanted to make sure that Rock, he asked him, so you sure that Rock don't want to help you out? And he's like, he didn't want to ask Rock about it. So he tells him what happens to Crown's half of the studio. And I forgot what Lou says, but then Cartier tells him he wants half of what Crown was getting. Like whatever share Crown has, he wanted half of that. And Lou went to looking all crazy. So he was like, well, you still can have control over this and that. You know, he just say, you're going to need help with Linton and my help is not free. So Cartier tells Lou that he can be his silent partner and lets him know that one nigga's crisis is another nigga's opportunities. We see Marco and Dominic. They're outside getting ready to go and do the job that Marvin hired Marco for. And Marco is telling Dominic that this has nothing to do with my dad. So I guess basically keep your mouth shut. We see Juke and Corey coming back from their date, and they actually share a kiss together. So Juke actually kisses him. It wasn't forced or anything. So she looked like she kind of enjoyed it. So it should be interesting to see where this goes from here. So inside Tony's house, her and her fiance, the dentist, they're getting it on in the bedroom. The dentist, after they're finished, the dentist, he goes to the bathroom. Tony takes a hit of coke. She's chilling, minding her business. Next thing you know, here comes Marco and Dominic. They bust in and automatically Marco shoots Tony in the head. The dentist comes out and to protect her, and they get to scuffling, him and Marco. And you can hear Marco saying, shoot him, shoot him. So Dominic standing there panicking, acting like a damn fool. This fool ends up shooting Marco and kills him. So the dentist grabs Marco's gun and starts firing at Dominic, and Dominic fires at the dentist. He does hit the dentist, I guess in the arm or something, and I don't know what the dentist hit on Dominic, because Dominic just staggers out of the room, out of the house. And then the dentist is able to get up and go and check on Tony to see if she's okay or whatever. He starts screaming for help. So Rock and Howard, they meet up, and Rock tells Howard that Burke is going to be a problem because she's digging and asking people questions about Kanan and his daddy and all this. And Howard is like, oh, she's just a dog with a bone. Oh, really? Really? So you going to have to learn the hard way, I see. So he's sitting up there worrying about Symphony and asking her, is Symphony going to be a problem? Rock is like, no, he's not. He looks her in the eyes as if, let me see, then gonna say, oh, yeah, he's gonna be a problem. So basically, he puts the seeds in Rock's head to make her think things. She already be thinking crazy and having her little wheels turning, thinking that everybody against her. So anything Howard says, just like with the whole scrap stuff, if Howard says it, then it must be set in stone. It must be true. So he tells her that he got famous out of jail for Kanan, and if she keep playing all these games, it's a matter of time before Kanan gets messed up behind her foolala. So then she also tells him that the information he gave her about Scrap was false, and that it was the mother that was the CI and not Scrap. So of course, Rock feeling a certain kind of way because just like he said that shit about Symphony just now, trying to plant that in her head that Symphony gonna be a problem, is just the same shit. So Rock like, oh goddamn, I done fucked up. You know, I did something behind something this nigga done told me. There he go. And then he was so nonchalant about telling her about Scrap, like, oh, my bad. Oh, it's easy to do out here with everybody lying and perpetrating. What? What? I just think he was a little too casual about how he said, oh, yeah, by the way, One Eye wasn't a snitch, and his mama ain't buying that he committed suicide. Just throwing that all out there like, you know, it is what it is. My bad, dog. Burke is home. She didn't even go to bed last night. Her woman comes in and she's telling him everything she's put together so far, but let Howard tell her she can't count and put two and two together. But okay then, Howard. She learns that Rock had a child young, and Kanan, she basically putting the shit together, bottom line. So her partner is like, why are you doing all of this? You're acting like your internal affairs, and no one likes internal affairs. Because you're not investigating a shooting, you're investigating a cop. But then she tells her, Burke said that she ignoring all that shit. So the lady tells her that my mom fell, so I'm going to go and check on her. Do y'all think that Burke said, well, is there anything I can do? Is she okay? Is she going to be all right? I send my sympathy with you, any kind of compassion or whatever. When I tell you Burke ain't said a goddamn word about that to that lady about her mom, child, please. So we see Rock leaving her house, and Corinne comes up to her and says, hi, my name is Corinne Ashford, and I think there's something you should know about it's about Kanan. And Rock's sitting there looking crazy. I'm so glad Corinne went and told, because I can't wait to see her mammy face when Rock get over there to check her about her son. We see Juke, she's covered all up in a hoodie and a cap, like she's in disguise or something. She goes up to Nicole's house and she rings the bell and leaves the bag there on the steps. As she's leaving, she passes Detective Howard, but he doesn't notice her or sees her. So she kind of gets away from him with that. He goes up to the door, and as he gets up to the top of the stairs, Nicole's dad comes outside and he picks the bag up and looks in it, and it's the VHS tape that Juke had fixed earlier in the episode. So he asked Detective Howard, did he see who left the bag there? And Detective Howard said, no. So Howard asked him, I would like to talk to you about Detective Burke. So he's there to talk to him about that whole thing they had with Nicole's arrest and all of that. So he invites Howard in. So we in the studio, we got Ziza singing some trash-ass song. Lou sitting there looking hotter than fish grease. We got Cartier on the side of him jamming to that bullshit, controlling the damn panel. Just, that's what Lou get, because be careful what you ask for, Lou. Be careful what you ask for. That's what your ass getting. I don't feel sorry for you. Sorry, Charlie. We got the dentist. He's in the hospital. He's giving his statement about the shooting. And at least he's still alive. Looked like he just had the shoulder injury. Then we see Dominic. Looks like he in somebody's chicken coop on the top of a roof. I don't know where the hell Dominic is, but he's bleeding out, panicking, having an anxiety attack as he should. But he'll probably end up living. So just like I said earlier, I believe Rock lets Howard put shit in her head and she just takes it from there. She's sitting in the car in the dark, sitting there watching Symphony pack his car up because we know Symphony is getting ready to leave. She's driving down the street. She turns the car lights off and picks up her gun, acting like she getting ready to shoot Symphony, but she can't do it. And then he ends up looking up, but it's hard to tell if he recognized her. That's not what she normally drives, because we know she's normally in her little Range Rover white truck, and that's not what she was in. So we don't know if he actually saw her or not, but I cannot believe Rock was actually considering killing Symphony. The man did nothing wrong, Rock. You let Howard raggedy ass put that shit in your head that he can't be trusted. The man, if he wanted to tell on you about something, he would have told on you long time ago. He didn't have to take Kanan all the way down to Virginia or nothing. I think, see, Rock, I didn't like that. I didn't like that. Well, that's where the episode ends. Thank you guys for coming. Thanks for listening and watching. See you next week. Peace.